excited. Works, baby. Full on AMSR moments, baby. That's what I'm at. Oh my gosh, it's working. Oh my gosh. So I can go Facebook and do it. Go Twitter and do it. Oh my god, baby, it's happening. Baby, it's happening. It's happening, baby. I don't want to move that. I just want to see if it's actually going into my input devices. Baby, I'm streaming for you. Streaming. Okay, so it doesn't, the Facebook one doesn't work. But, oh my gosh, baby. Baby, the YouTube one does work, baby. I'm so excited. All my stuff is streaming for you. Oh, but I don't baby, want an echo. YouTube. Okay, I don't want an echo. I don't want an echo right now. I don't want an echo in the bunny man right now. It's not what this is about. Just checking outside this new microphone that I'm really excited about. It's called a Yeti. Like all of my lovers have been Yetis, early men, Neanderthals, as my friend Brendan Viega would say. This room, baby, tell people. Streaming. This is streaming. Live streaming now. Streaming, baby. I'm so excited for all of my babies to see my new setup on my Mac Mini that works flawlessly, that works like butter, baby. It works like butter. I can do AMSR now because of this microphone, and just never so into this right. Because I spent so much money. It's great. It's totally. Everything on different screens and everything is just so amazing. I'm so hungry. I'm so hungry. Oh, hold on. So I have to show you because I have this. So let me tell you about some of the new technology that I have because I'm very excited about it. Okay. My hair is freshly pressed. It's freshly ironed like a suit. Like a suit. I did that last night. So, did laundry today. Okay, so I have this Elgato Stream Deck. And so now, like, let's say that I'm just getting ready. Like, I'm not ready to come on. I still have to beat my face. I have to do things. I'm not ready for you yet. I'm not ready for the titty show yet. Okay, so this is what I do. I've created this whole thing in OBS. So starting soon. I'll be right back, but I just want you to see. Okay, and now I'm back. And now I'm back, babies. Isn't this exciting? Back. It's so exciting when I'm back and I'm here with you, baby. Hold on. Let me pop out the chat that Debbie taught me about chat. Okay, so let me tell you something that kind of frustrated me yesterday. So Debbie and we have Oculus, and Oculus is a VR headset. Hold on, I'll show you what it looks like. Oculus Quest 2, okay? And so I'm going to take you on this journey with me because I haven't opened this message. I haven't looked at this message. Hold on, let me put this on so I can. That baby whisper to you and get AMSR. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Everything works. Okay, let me just have that moment. So this is what an Oculus Quest 2 looks like, and it's amazing. It's great technology. I love it. It's tetherless, so you can get online. Hold on, I'm just gonna write something in the chat and say hi. Say hi. Say hi too. You know, I have it all set up now. This is so exciting. I'm having a moment. I'm having a moment. I'm thin again. I have my technology set up the way I need it to be set up. Hold on, let me go in. I'm just gonna go in. Friends. Okay. So we have Oculus Rift, and our favorite app to get on is this app called AltspaceVR, which is you're totally immersed in this world, and you can create worlds, and you can go to other worlds. Sorry, I had to give my dog a look. Like, Daddy is podcasting right now, vlogging. Please, please, Bo, please. Shake at another time. Okay. And so we created this event 3 weeks ago, which is a debate room, and we call it Master Debaters. Okay. And the first week, AltSpace people, they featured it. And so we maxed out maximum occupancy in the room. And we got together and we discussed current events. And even though it was a debate that was more of like a draw for people to come in, it was really a discussion about controversial goings on, politics, current events, stuff like that. And it was great, and people left the event and everybody was energized, and people who don't necessarily sit on the same side of the aisle together were able to have productive conversations, and it was a lot of fun. So the second week we decided, we're definitely going to host the event again, and AltspaceVR doesn't feature us like they did the first week, and so our attendance took a big hit, and it was just odd. You know, there's no rhyme or reason, really. I mean, that's made available to the public why certain events are featured and some aren't. There's no transparency there. But whatever, I wasn't going to make a federal case out of it. You know, I'm sure they have their own. Sorry, I have to put on some. I have chapped hands from skin wrap. And so week 3, was going to be week 3 of the event. They, again, don't feature us. And then I go in to start the event. And by the way, this is not like a haphazardly put together event. I research topics. I pull together video clips to show, to help incite discussion. I make screenshots of images that I want to share during the event. And so I go into the event 15 minutes early, and then right as the event is supposed to start, the event is deleted. It's erased. So the event doesn't happen. So I put into all this labor and stuff like this. And so I find out that Debbie tells me there are podcasts that have 20 Twitter followers that get promoted or featured by AltSpace every week. And yet I have 40,000. I can bring, in other words, I can bring people to this technology by promoting it, and yet you're not doing anything to promote me. And this is not just there are tons of events, many of which I get featured, that have no organization, no structure, no work, or not a lot of thought put into it. This is something that you should get behind. And Deborah has a large social media following as well. So I wrote, there's a Discord that you can go to. And so let's see if I can Discord. So I went and I vocalized my frustration on the Discord. So let's see. And somebody responded. I haven't looked at the response yet. So you're going to see my live reaction. Okay, events discussion. Okay, that seems like a fair thing. Please contact AltVR .com support about the event, and we can look into what happened. Okay, well, I detail all of this here, so yeah. So it was frustrating. So I said to Debbie, I'm like, and to other people who wanted to attend the event, I was like, I don't know what the point is of me investing this labor into an event when you cut me off at the knees and you don't promote me. And so we'll see. I'll send them a message, I guess. Maybe it was an earnest mistake. I mean, I've had other people tell me it's like their shadow, what do you call it? Like shadow blocking or something like that, where it's not like an outright like blocking you, but they do stuff behind the scenes to make you harder to find. And I think it's called shadow blocking. I don't remember, but it's frustrating because I put work. I mean, obviously, like, look at this design that I'm giving you right now with my YouTube stuff, right? I put work into this. So this isn't really a show. This is just me kvetching, which is a Yiddish term for complaining. I'm just complaining about what happened then. Ooh, my laundry is done. Oh, my laundry is done. I'm very excited. So I had to go get my laundry out of the dryer. And then I have to fold. And then I had to go pick up some food from Mendocino Farm. But I'm very excited because I have all of this technology just waiting to go. I don't know what my next video is going to be. I have not decided that. I mean, I am going to do a reaction to public freakouts probably next week. I'm still curating a list of things. You know, you have to have enough videos to do a reaction. But I want to do a more professional video that's not live where I'm discussing things. My friend Juma Pili suggested that I do, because I have such a broad vocabulary because of my education, that I should do a word of the day. Maybe I'll try that. I mean, I just need to throw a bunch of spaghetti on the wall and see what sticks, right? And I can do different things. I would like to do a more long form video like I was doing in the previous month, where I discussed racism and homophobia on Big Brother, and I talked about casting tips for that show, and I was just discussing a bunch of other things. But really, it's just about producing content. By the way, I mean, let's look at this together. This is something that we got together. So I don't know. I've been letting my hair grow out for a little over like 2 years plus 1 month. So what is that? 25 months. My hair has been growing out. And really what started me doing regular content was, oh, look, there I am. There she is. What started me doing regular content on YouTube was I started periodically doing hair update videos. I just wanted to chronicle the different stages of my hair length. And so, I mean, look at this. Wow. So here I am at 16 weeks of letting my hair grow out. Wow, look at how short my hair was. But I was like, wow, I'm really letting it grow. Let's hear one. Now is because you're brushing it in so many directions that even if I kind of like mess it up, it still looks good because I've blow dried and wrapped it in every single direction. So before I do this, if I don't blow dry my hair and I try to move it from side to side, it just becomes a big Jufro mess, a hot Jufro mess. And so, oh, I sound congested in that. Okay, let's see. Where I was at 24. I remember at 16 weeks, I thought, oh wow, my hair's really been growing out for a really long time. A real long time. I am at 24 weeks. Hi. 24 weeks ago, I decided to let my undercut grow out, meaning I decided... Yeah, we know what that means, Ragan. Some genius, because you know what
about it, but it's easier than
I was really
going
excited
to,
to
with
put
my
on a
hair all over the
headband.
place. There are thicker
weeks.
hair bands. This is from a brand called Prana, and this will, you know, really flatten things out. And you know, there are things you can do with it to make the headband part smaller. You know, you can put it at various points in your hair. But I wouldn't go out to, you know, a restaurant.
Gosh. 36 weeks. I'm sure this is fascinating.
Hi, I am 36 weeks into my hair growth journey. I love a good retrospective. You know, I like looking back.
Oh, yeah, let's watch a retrospective
so I can see
together.
the incremental growth that my hair has been making.
Let's do it.
Over the past 9 months. Normally I focus on the front of my hair, which makes sense because that's the part I see when I look in a mirror, but I started to think, what does the back of my hair look like? I liken this to when people go to the gym and they only concentrate on their vanity muscle. Retrospective of the back of my hair, and you see it from just like a month into the hair growth all the way to last month, where it starts looking like it's hanging, that it has weight to it, that what I'm doing is on.
Deep stuff, y'all. This is deep stuff. It's deep hair stuff. I think. Oh my gosh, this was after my first keratin treatment. 43 weeks.
I'm doing something a little bit different with this video. I normally do videos every 4 weeks. Gives you an idea of
look at
just
that
how much growth I've had. This is cool, the way she did the color. I really like it because it gives you an idea of, like, the blonde is pretty much from the top of my head, and then the brown part is more where it's grown out in the backs.
Yeah, looking back, I don't like
so it
what
gives
she
you
did
just kind of like a
all.
comparative idea.
That's one of the things about when you get your hair colored. You have to act like, yeah, I super like it, even if you don't. Oh, this was 56 weeks is when I could really feel.
Every 3 months now, just to give you an idea
that's
of where
a good
it's at,
length.
because I'm going to continue to let it grow. I wanted to end this series with
I've
5
lost a lot of weight.
tips, because I know when I decided to let my hair were no different.
I like that length. That's a nice length. When I get
into a ponytail, then
I may go back to that length at some point. I mean, not immediately, but okay, this was 9 months ago.
I apply a good amount of heat to my hair. I blow it out. That's what she said. And I also flat iron it. And when you do stuff like that, it's important to get moisture back into your hair. So I have been using 2 conditioners that I really like. One is a popular one called Olaplex.
Wow, there's just lighting
more into fashion
situation is so much better. So much better.
Glasses, party on. Party on. What else did I want to tell you? Okay, so my goal now is I'm going to keep letting it grow, because I really like the look when people have double braids going down either side, like when guys have double braids. So that is my goal. That's what I did that. Really like.
Goal, mission accomplished. Mission accomplished. I did it. Mediocrity Squared. What products are you using in your hair? Hi, Mediocrity Squared. I would love to know your real name, because whenever I see you in Altspace, I feel like I don't want to just call you Mediocrity Squared. So the products I use in my hair, I use. Well, first of all, to shampoo and condition my hair, I use because I get keratin treatments, I can't have any Tony, thank you for letting me know that, Tony. When you get keratin treatment, you can't use products with sulfates in them or parabens. So I use a product called Bombshell or Blonde Shell. That's what it is. Blonde Shell shampoo. That's the shampoo I use. Keratin Complex. And then, hi Marshall. And then I use Olaplex conditioner.
But then I also use, there's a hair mask that I use. I can't remember the name of it. Living Proof. Oops. So Olaplex conditioner. It's not letting me here. Is what I use. And then I also use Living Proof hair mask, which I like. And then for products, so I have to do like a lot of heat treatment for my hair. Like to get my hair looking like this, I do a heat treatment. So like in other words, I blow dry my hair and then yeah, Living Proof is very great. And I flat iron it. So when I flat iron it, I use a heat protectant called something Coppola. Kind of like the director's name, Coppola Heat protectant. Yeah, this is what I use. Peter Coppola. Peter Coppola of the Coppola families. It's like, yeah, my brother does all the movies and I do the heat protectant for hair. That's what I do. So we're successful in our own ways. And then another thing I use is Olaplex has, so I let my hair get about 60% dry and then I put in the heat protectant and then I blow dry my hair. And then there's another Olaplex product that I really like. And I want to say it may be Bond Smoother. I think that's what it is. And I put that in my hair and that serves as another heat protectant before I flat iron it. And that these are deep thoughts. These are deep, important thoughts. I'm sharing all of my beauty secrets and tips. And then every day, because I don't wash my hair, I wash my hair only twice a week. So in order to keep things after I straighten it, every morning I wake up and I put just a little bit of the Olaplex No. 6 Bond Smoother into my hair. And that just makes it more manageable. It's a little bit like, I don't know if it's the same thing that Christina Crawford puts in her hair when Joan comes in and says, "You making fun of me, kid?" and then cuts all her hair off because she has the setting lotion or something in her hair. I don't know if those are the same thing, if it's in the same family, if those are cousins, but that is what I do. Yeah, I was talking about that on one of my lives. It's one of my favorite scenes from Mommy Dearest because what I love about it is that Christina Crawford she's setting lotion. Thank you, Tony. That's what it is. Christina Crawford is being so cute. She has the brush. She's sitting at Joan's vanity, and she's like imitating her mother because she looks up to her mother. It's such a sweet moment. Like any other parent would come in and be like, "You're so cute. I love you so much," but not Joan. So Christina Crawford is there. She's using the brush as a microphone, and she's like, "I just want to thank all of my fans, and you're all so lovely, and I wouldn't be anybody without you." And then Joan walks in, and instead of being touched by it or finding it endearing, at first you think she's gonna find it endearing, right? But then she's just looking and she's like, "You making fun of me, kid?" It's so outrageous. I'd rather have a ball going to school than a tramp. See, I would be very dangerous as a parent. I really would like to have a child. I know that's not for everybody. Just hacks it off. "Christopher, bring me the axe. I need to cut Christina's hair." Single parent, but if I was in the right relationship, I would be a really good parent. But my problem is that I like to quote quotable movies too much, and they're all inappropriate. So I'm sure if I ever had a kid, I would try to jokingly do Mommy Dearest with my kid, but my kid wouldn't understand it and would just think that I'm actually saying that to her, right? So, Dad, I don't want to eat this. "It's your vitamins, Tina." She'd be like, I'd say bring me the axe. It would probably freak the kid out. They'd call Child Protective Services. It would not be a good situation. It would not be a good look. I would go into the parent-teacher conference and they would be like, yeah, your child, we have concerns. Did you ask your child to bring you an axe? And I'd say, yeah, but in a joking way, mommy dearest. Mommy dearest. My daddy makes me call him mommy dearest. And then when my child calls me mommy dearest, I'm going to say, when I told you to call me that, I expected you to mean it. And then I'll take off my glasses and I'll go. Oh. At some point, I'm having too much fun with all of my new technology. I don't want to get off. I mean, I do want to get off sexually, but I don't want to get off here because I'm having too much fun. I'm having too much fun. He's having too much fun on here, doing things, saying nothing, except talking about mommy dearest. Oh, so I do have to tell you, Tony, I think that you will be very into this. Marshall, maybe you will be into this as well. So Madge, Debbie, and I started a new podcast. We recorded the first episode on Thursday. I edited it down to make it tighter. That's what she said. And I also included some sound effects and some audio stuff. And it's about the television show The Crown. And it's called, our new podcast is called Pod Save the Queens. And it is good. It's really good. I'm so pleased with how the first episode turned out. It's the perfect show for the three of our energies. We just needed the right show. You know, it's funny because I used to, before I really got to know Debbie and I have become a lot, I mean, we've known each other for several years now, but we've only become a lot closer since we both started doing VR together. Oh, okay. So Tony, wait to start The Crown until the episode comes out so you can have the episode fresh in your mind and then you can listen to the episode, because I think that's how you will get. So I got 5 episodes into The Crown when I had the idea to do the podcast. And it's so difficult because I was so looking forward every day to ending my day with a new episode from The Crown. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to stop because I want everything to be fresh whenever we come together to do the show. It makes it more exciting, right? Okay, so Debbie is so smart, and I never realized Debbie would have been a perfect person for Eat This Hot Show, although the character that she played on her podcast was never really that political, and part of her shtick is to play kind of like the doofus type character, you know, kind of Southern bumpkin. And but now that I've gotten to know Debbie more, I'm like, oh my gosh, Debbie's so smart and so politically minded. And I've seen Debbie in these AltSpace debates, and I'm like, wow, Debbie is so sharp. And so who knows, maybe we could bring back Eat This Hot Show. But I don't want to put too much on our plates. I think what will happen is the way that we talked about this a little bit yesterday. So there are 10 episodes in every season of The Crown. So we'll do 10 episodes, and then we'll take several months off to help build an audience, let people get in on it before we do the second season. But maybe in the interim between those 2 seasons, we can bring back Eat This Hot Show. Possibly I'll talk to them about it, because it really is such a joy to work with both of them. It really is. But I don't know when we're exactly going to put the premiere episode up. Another thing that we talked about was we want to have a few episodes in the can before we post the first episode. So maybe like record 3 episodes. That way we can get ahead of the game. Because the danger of doing one episode, like recording an episode and then putting it up in the same week that you record it, is that life happens, especially during a pandemic. So if somebody were unable to record 1 week, then you don't have the consistency of having a new episode out every week. And I think that's important. Consistency really is the name of the game in social media when you are producing content. You have to produce regular content or you can't build an audience. And yeah, I agree. I agree, Tony. It's good to have a few in the back pocket. Hold on. I can see now I have, okay. When I had my short hair, well, when I had my short hair, I would always go, you know, stuff like that, like pretending I had long hair. But now that I have long hair, it just feels, that's not anything. Do people do that with hair? I mean, maybe women, if they have curls or something, they go like that. I don't know. I mean, this kind of makes more sense, even though that's something I don't do with long hair. I don't know. Let's take a trip down memory lane on my Instagrams. On my Instagram. Oh, that's my mom. Yesterday's cloud formations. Let's get information. There's Grant and like. Let's look at some of these things. Here's a picture, my Christmas card picture. That was right before I ate. That was a really good meal, I remember. If memory serves me, I probably should not post stuff like that on my Instagram. I can't wait for these boots to show up. I'm very excited about these boots coming. B-U-M-M-I. It's my Thanksgiving Day turkey. It was a little dry. It's a little dry. I'm plenty wet, but it was a little. Here's Michel Foucault. Here's, I think his name is Pete Doherty. Denny Doherty, sorry. I'm so attracted to him. I mean, he's dead now, but he's in the Mamas and the Papas. I find him very attractive. Here is one of my favorite characters from the Great British Baking Show. If you've not watched a show and you have HBO Max, you must watch it. So if you've seen the Great British Baking Show, it's done by the same production team. So there are a lot of similarities, but I prefer this to Great British Baking Show, even though I love both of them. I just loved this show. There are 3 seasons of it. When the pandemic is over, I'm going to take ceramics classes. I just loved it. And this character, Rosalind, she's just delightful. She's delightful. Look at all the weight I lost from being on Noom. Does it have Daddy Paul? It has other daddies, Marshall. It does. Every season, there is at least 1, sometimes 2 guys that I'm super attracted to. You definitely need to watch it. And the characters, it's not like American reality television where in order to make things interesting, they cast people who are going to fight with one another. They cast people who are just interesting people, so there's no need for argumentation, and so I love it. So this was me. This was my gut before I did Noom, and look at all the weight I lost. I've even lost more since that. This is a movie that I love on, I think, Amazon Prime called The Love Witch. Very stylized. It's awesome. It's awesome. I recently did a YouTube video where I talked about like the version of my spirituality is I don't think of afterlife and angels and spirituality the way that most people do. I think of like my angels, the people who I pray to in times of difficulty are people I actually knew in my day-to-day life who are no longer with us. So my dad, my friend Gabrielle, and Bobby Bean, who was my friend's mom growing up, who was just really fantastic. Here I am as a baby. Look at what a cute baby I was. I love this wallpaper. This crib does not look safe. This crib looks, I remember I used to escape out of my crib all of the time. I would crawl over it. But look, if I get my head stuck in there,
This was not a safe crib. I don't know what, but, you know, in the 70s, they just did whatever. But he'll be fine. Smoke a joint in front of him, he'll be fine. Here's my mom and my dad in the 70s. Look at how cute. There's a big age difference. My father is older than my maternal grandparents. Look at how Jewy my dad is. But he's dressed really like to the nines. I love that. My mom with her pigtails, which I continued that tradition. Here I am in middle school, which is hilarious. Look at how shellacked my hair is. I used to put gel in my hair and then put hairspray in my hair. And then one time I asked my stepmother Joyce, because she was going to Sam's Club, and I said, get me a big thing of gel. And so she got me a thing of gel, and I opened it up and it smelled like pineapple, and I was like, this is weird, and it's a lot greasier than normal gel is. I put it in my hair and it was Afro Sheen. And it took like 2 weeks for me to wash all of that out of my hair. Wild. Here's my Animal Crossing avatar, which I think is pretty close to what I look like. I haven't played Animal Crossing in a hot minute. Here's my friend Martisha. Let's see. What else do I got here? What other pictures? Let's go further down memory lane. Further. Oh, there's LA from an airplane. Further down memory lane. Further, further. Oh, look at that ear hair. So I'm 44 now, and this is just something that happens when you get into middle age. You got the ear hair. But I did a YouTube video where I wax and pull the nose hairs out. It's delightful. Oh, here's one of the things that I don't like about the pandemic, that my body is losing muscle mass because I only get to work out with elastics, which are no good. Elastic. Oh, that's a good picture. I like that picture. Yeah. Oh, look at me. And so I tell people, oh, okay. So I tell people that me growing my hair out again was really me going back and reclaiming this feminine side to me that I celebrated in my own individual sense of style that I had when I was in middle school, that I abandoned whenever I came out of the closet because I wanted to be more demonstrably masculine in order to attract guys who I was attracted to. That's what I thought in my head. Like I had to be masculine if I wanted to attract masculine men. Because I fetishize masculinity because that's what we're culturally programmed to do, right? So I can recognize that as being a fault of mine. And although it's becoming less important to me in like the guys that I'm attracted to as I age. But so here's a picture of me in middle school who is like very femme queen. Yes. Wow. I like porno mustache. I like that. This is a funny, okay, so I'm going to tell this story and then I'm going to end because I have to get the towels out of the laundry and I need to go pick up a sandwich from Mendocino Farms because it's 2:30 and I still haven't eaten. So my street in West Hollywood, I mean, every street in West Hollywood for the most part, people will just come and dump all of this stuff that they no longer want on the side of the street. There could be a dumpster half a block away and they ignore the dumpster and they just put all of this garbage on the street. And it's one of the things I hate about living in a city like this. And so this person had put all this gym equipment and stuff from her office, and then this photo, which is her headshot from the 1980s, was also there, and I took a picture of it and I just thought it was so funny. I mean, look at this headshot. How 80s is this? And it's in front of a vault for some reason. I don't know what that means. Is it like, look at all of the money that I have in my vault, even though you can't see it because it's in the vault?
this hair, it's just everything to me, right? And I thought, oh, this would be so hilarious to take this photo and hang it up at my office at work, because I could just imagine students coming in and being like, who's that? And I'd be like, that was me in high school. And here's what kept me from taking the photo. I was too scared to take the photo because I think, well, what if it's haunted? What if she's dead and that photo is haunted? When I was growing up, there was a television series called Friday the 13th, the series, and it was all about, instead of haunted places, haunted artifacts, haunted objects. The picture, the headshot is haunted. And I didn't want to bring that haunted energy into any of my spaces. Okay, I'm just not into that. I don't want to take any risk there. So that's the story. But I mean, when I look at this, I just think, how could I not have taken it? It was so perfect. It was so perfect. Okay, so I think that this is good. I was on here for 40 minutes. I'm testing things out. It went off without a hitch. I want to thank Tony and Marshall for coming in and being supportive and talking to me, and now I get to watch it back to make sure all of the technology just works, and I think it does. I think it does. I hope you have a really happy Saturday. I'll probably be on VR later, and subscribe and like this video, and if you're watching it on Watchback, and yeah, I need more subscribers. I need more subscribers. You and Altspace Tony.